Welcome. I'm Innerji, the metaphysical crone, and I offer all things metaphysical, including tarot and oracle readings, energy healing, astrology, and so much more. But now I'm going to be doing a reading for this week, which is commencing Monday, the 17th of October. Now remember, as with all general readings, only take what resonates for you and disregard the rest. So let's pull out the cards, turn the camera around and see what's in store for you this week. And I'm going to be using tarot, and also I thought I might use my tea coins as well. So let's begin. So I'm going to start with a tarot card. And I'm just going to shuffle them. I always like to shuffle the cards just until they feel like they're just right. I can't explain it any other way. It's just a feeling I get when I'm shuffling the cards as I focus on what do we need to consider for this coming week? What do we need to look out for? What's going to work for us? And what might be a challenge? So the first card position is representing how we start the week. The next card position is going to represent, what's good about the coming week, what's coming in that's positive for us. The next card is going to represent any challenges that we might need to face. And then the next card is going to be the overall theme for the week. So let's see how it all pans out. So how things are today at the beginning of the week. What's coming in this week that's positive for us? What are the challenges for this week? And what's the overall theme? How will it look generally as we get towards the end of the week? And then to that, I'm going to add a tea coin, nice jangly tea coins. Focusing on the week commencing today, Monday, the 17th of October. All right, so here we are at the beginning of the week. And the beginning of the week, we have the King of Pentacles reversed. So what this is saying to me is that, in terms of finances, in terms of abundance, in terms of the stuff that we have and the day-to-day things that we'll be doing, we're not going to necessarily be the king of the hill, but it's not going to be too bad, because even when it's reversed, there's still abundance there. There's still a level of abundance there. So I feel that whilst you don't have everything together for the coming week, at the moment, you're off to a pretty decent start. And we have the dancer's shoes, little ballerina shoes. And so that's saying to me that really at the beginning of this week, it's about stepping lightly. It's not coming into the week being too forceful, too heavy, too imposing, because there is enough there for you to get started energy-wise. Now, pentacles are earth energy, so this is about the practical things. So dance lightly around the practical things that you have to do. And I feel like, as you go through the start of this week, there might be some things, it might be chores, it might be something to do with work, but there's something going on where it's not going to be to your benefit if you don't take a lighter approach and step a little more lightly. Now, in terms of the positive things coming in this week, we've got the Five of Swords reversed. And so I call this, when it's upright, I kind of call this the win-lose card, because in this card we have someone who is winning and we have a couple of people who have lost the battle. So it's not an even outcome. So when I see this card upside down, I feel as you travel through the week, the good news is that you're not going to lose. You're not going to win, but you're not going to lose. There's going to be kind of a status quo, a kind of a balancing effect. Now, if we add a tea charm to this, we've got the tunnel, and there's always light at the end of the tunnel. It would be easy to look at this card, particularly if you're someone who's a bit of a go-getter, so if you've got a bit of fire energy about you, you could see this as being stagnant, I'm not going anywhere, status quo. But really, if you look at it from the perspective of I'm going somewhere, I just need to make sure that, again, it's not about imposing or forcing. The energy that we have at the moment of taking what we have and moving lightly forward with it, without feeling we have to win, without feeling we have to impose on others, means that we will stay on our path. We will get there. So whilst it's not going to be, lots of money coming in or love hearts or anything like that, it is kind of a status quo, a balancing. It needs to be a balancing energy for this week, because that will see you staying on your path, staying on course is what I'm trying to say. Now let's look at challenges for this week. And we have the Knight of Cups reversed. And so with the Knight of Cups reversed, this is saying to me that you've got to be a little bit careful emotionally, that you're not just sort of letting go emotionally. The reason I say that is when we have the Knight of Cups upright, he's very carefully watching that cup, watching that chalice. He's edging his horse forward very carefully because he doesn't want to spill a drop. So what this is saying to me is that there's a lot of emotion there, but he's not showing it. He's cautious about showing it. So the fact that this is upside down for this week is saying to me that, take control of your emotions. Don't just let them overflow. Take a balanced approach based on this no win, no lose to stay on track and keeping your emotions under control. Letting them out, but letting them out in a steady way. Then we've got the bird. And so this particularly applies when we're talking to people. Birds are about chatter, could even be gossip when it's more on the negative side. And so I feel it's about not losing emotional control in your talks with others, in your communication with others, so that you can keep this status of balance. So that is going to be your challenge this week. Overall for the week, as we come closer to the end of the week, we've got the Nine of Wands. And this is saying that, you're going to be a little bit more guarded towards the end of the week. You're going to be a little bit more protective and protective of what you're passionate about, because Wands are fire energy. So it's our motivation, our passion, what drives us. So you're going to be really feeling that you're protecting what it is that you need to do, what you want to do, what your passion is. But you're going to find that it drains your energy because, look at this poor bloke. He's pretty tired looking. He's got a bandage around his head. He's a bit battle weary. So I feel that you could go to that extreme towards the end of the week if you don't get your emotions in balance. And the tea coin we have is the mushroom. And yes, this feeling of needing to defend and protect what you're passionate about is not going to be helpful to you. The mushrooms represent that which is hidden. It also represents things that can be a little bit toxic. So I feel that as you come towards the end of the week, trying to handle things from a basis of defense, protection at all costs, it is going to be to your detriment. So when I look at this reading overall, I feel that this is saying that the energy for the week is not to impose, not to force, but to move a little bit more lightly through the week, not looking to win, but not looking to lose either, taking a balanced approach that allows you to stay on track. And then it's not about allowing your emotions to overtake you, to really make sure in your dealings with other people that you don't become emotionally too uncontrolled, that you keep it in balance. And also not being too defensive this week, because it's going to be detrimental to you overall. So let's finish off with another tea coin, just for the overall energy for you. And we have the key. The key is about what doors do you want to open this week? What are the opportunities that might be coming to you if you only unlock them? And the way to unlock those opportunities to open new doors is to make sure that you tread lightly, you stay in balance, you don't get overly emotional, get a balance between head and heart, because this card is swords, so it's about our mind, our thinking, our logic, and then of course cups representing our emotions, our feelings. So it's getting the balance of those right so that you don't feel you have to protect or defend yourself, which is not going to be helpful. If you take this approach, that key will be there for you to unlock that door for possibly new opportunities to come your way. I do hope this reading has been helpful. Until next time, many blessings to you.